Hello, beaders. Welcome to Beachside Bead Boutique. My name is Jerry. Today, we are trusting the process and turning bold, bright beads and leopard print into a bold boho jewelry set. Grab your beads and let's get beading. Okay, so today's necklace is also going to be an upcycle project because I am using some fabric that I bought at a local thrift store. So this is the piece of fabric that I'm going to use, and it is a scarf. This nice, pretty leopard print. And like I said, I'm going to mix it with some bold and bright neon beads. It's very, very pretty. Okay, so the beads that I'm going to use are these. I have these green and orange ones, and these came from Curated Bead Box, and this was from the Cosmic Chakra, which was from January. And then also these really pretty purple ones from Cosmic Chakra. And then I have these really pretty bright pink beads, and these are 3 different sizes. So we have a large, a medium, and a small. I got this on a string, and it came from Hobby Lobby. So it was all 3 of the sizes on one string. The tools that you're going to need are bent nose pliers, round nose pliers, and flush cutters. And then grab some gold head pins and eye pins. I also have this 20mm gold beading wire. And the cord that I'm going to use is this wax cord, wax Brazilian cord, 0.5mm. I bought from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use, I think, this color right here. So I think that those are the basic items that you're going to need. You will need some ear wire. And then as we go, I'll just let you know what else that you need. Okay, so first we're going to start by cutting our strips of fabric. And this is going to be to make a tassel. So you want your strips kind of long because what we're going to do is fold it over. So it has 2 sides. So cut your strips kind of long. I'm not measuring. I'm not cutting anything the same width, the same length. I mean, I'm just, sorry. I'm just going to go with the flow and just cut it. It doesn't have to be neat. It could be rough. I mean, this is going to be a boho, shabby boho tassel. That's how I like it. You could cut yours neat if you'd like. I mean, do it as you please. Like I said, I'm just giving you the inspiration. So I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to cut them kind of long. I would rather have it too long now and then cut them down later. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep cutting, and I'm just going to cut several strips of my fabric. Okay, so I have several strips here, but this fabric is sheer, so I want to make sure that I have enough to make a nice full tassel. Now, I think I'm going to use this ring as my tassel base. I don't know. I'm going to see how this looks. We're just going with the flow. All right, so I'm just going to take my fabric around my ring. So just bead it through my ring. But I don't know how many pieces of fabric I can get through this ring hole because it isn't very big. Actually, I think I might use this scrap fabric to make my earrings as well. We'll see. We'll see what we have time for. Okay, that's looking pretty cute, actually. I love this shabby look. That's my look. That's what I like making. Random, shabby. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more. You just want to put enough to make your tassel. I mean, make your tassel as full as you want it. So you could put as, you know, make it as thick or as thin as you want it to be. You can make it shabby or make it neat. It's all up to you and what your style is. Okay, we are getting pretty full here. Well, let's see. There we go. Okay, well, I think this is probably good. I like how this looks. So what we're going to do now, well, go ahead and find your center of your ring. Hold on, let's see. Here. Okay, so find the center of your ring and just kind of look at it and make sure that it's has about the same amount of fabric, you know, on each side. I mean, as far as the length goes. We are going to cut it anyway, but just to make sure that there's not like some really short pieces at the middle, so then it'll, you know, won't attach to your ring. Okay, so this looks good. Okay. Yes, very cute already. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some of my wire, and this I said was 20 gauge wire. And then I'm going to take some seed beads. Now see, I have several seed beads, and what the colors that I want to use is going to be this nice bright pink here, the purple. We'll do some green and orange, and we're going to use that and wrap the top of the tassel to keep it in place. We're going to use the wire and some of these beads. And the beads are just going to give it a little bit of a decorative touch. So I'm going to cut a nice piece of wire. I'm not measuring, but it's probably going to be about 2 feet. And I'm going to go ahead and make a little coil at one end. Just coil it around a couple of times just to make a nice little end. Okay, now hold your fabric down and then just right slightly underneath the ring. Wrap your wire around and then you're just going to keep wrapping. Actually, I don't know. Do I want to use any of the beads? Or do I just want to wrap it? Now I decided I'm not going to put any of the seed beads. So I'm just going to wrap it. And I'm not doing a neat wrap. If you want to, you know, do it as you please. Okay, I think that looks good. Now we have our tassel. I think that looks really cute. And easy. I mean, so simple to do this. And these rings I got from Hobby Lobby. And I painted it. So I just painted it this beige color. I mean, it is a natural wood color, but I painted it beige. I'm going to go ahead and cut my wire. And then I'm just going to go ahead and finish off with a coiled loop. Okay, so that was easy, right? We got our tassel done. It looks really cute. I really like it, really easy. I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm just going to wait until I make the necklace and, you know, see how long everything is going to be and then cut it. It actually does look cute like this, just kind of long, uneven, flowy, because this fabric is really nice. I really like that. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my beading wire and, or my cord. I'm going to cut a nice length of piece. We are going to put a jump ring and a clasp at the end. Okay, so this piece measures 12, 24, about 30 inches or 34 inches. Okay, so this piece measures about 34 inches that I cut. Okay, I also made these beads. So I used the fabric. So I just used some of the fabric and then I coated these beads. Let me show you what I have here. So I have these wood beads and I coated it with Mod Podge and then just took the fabric and wrapped it around and then coated some more Mod Podge as I went. So just like that. That's what I did. And then made sure I coated it with Mod Podge when I was done and sealed in the edges. So what I did for the edges was I just cut it really close and then kind of tucked the ends inside. And then I finished it off with these rivets. So just to finish it up to give it a nice finished look. Okay, so that's all I did with that. And I'm probably going to incorporate, I don't know, maybe one or two of these beads in my necklace. So I just went ahead and made those just to try it out and see. And I wanted it to be dry, so that's why I did it ahead of time. Because obviously, you know, the Mod Podge has to sit for a while. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start stringing my beads in no particular pattern. So it's going to be random, and I think I'm going to use probably more of the pink beads than any others. And then I'm also going to use some of these daisy spacers. So I'm going to incorporate that in my necklace, and I'm just going to string. So if you would like to string along with me, of course, you could do it random. You could do it, you know, the same on both sides. I like it a little asymmetrical. I mean, that's just my style. You do it how you want to. Like I always tell you, I'm just giving you the inspiration. Pink beads. Let me start with two of the smaller ones first. Now you know to make your cord into a point. Since this is wax cord, it will easily form into a little needle. And then cut your tip if you need to at a slight angle, and that'll help your beads go on better if you are having problems. See, that was easy. Thinking I really want to incorporate some of these really pretty blue beads too. I mean, why not? These are really pretty crackle glass beads. I mean, there's no particular way, no particular size. We're just stringing. I like different colors, textures, and sizes. It's looking really cute. Very pretty and bright. Just the way I like it. Just want to stuck together. To incorporate one of these. So I'm going to take this off here. Maybe a little bit more. Oh well, that's okay. The show must go on. So now I'm going to insert this. Hold on. We do a couple. Okay, now we'll insert this. Yeah. Very good. Okay guys, so I finished stringing all the beads. So this is how it looks. We got a really pretty tassel and the bead that I covered with the same material. And that's so cute. I really like it. Yeah, I really like that. So our basic, animal print with the bright, bold beads. But really, really cute and different. Like I said, random, boho. Very, very cute. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and close our ends off. Now let me see how long this measures. Okay, so the beaded portion of this measures 12 1/4 inches of the beaded portion. And then of course we do have this bead as well. And this bead measures almost an inch. And then of course we have, our ring here and the tassel. So the necklace itself, let me see. And I'll take a picture at the end. I'll take a picture in my long mirror so then you guys could see the full length. Okay, so it's going to come about to the middle of my chest. We do have to add a clasp and all that, so that'll make it a little bit lower. Okay, I'm going to take a jump ring. And this is how you open and close a jump ring. So you just go up and down. Do not go side to side out like this. So now it's open. I'm going to take my lobster clasp and attach that. And now we can close this up. Make sure it is all the way closed. Okay. Now go ahead and feed your jump ring with your lobster clasp on your cord. Now I'm going to put my 2 fingers in between the last bead and the jump ring. We're going to make a knot. So we're just going to take that around and feed that through. So now feed the cord through the loop. Make sure your jump ring with your lobster clasp is inside this loop. Like that. And now I'm going to take my tweezers I'm going to take it right inside that loop, right on top of the last bead. Make sure you get it right on top. And pull that knot down. Okay, go ahead and make one more loop or one more knot. And if you have a little bit more cord left than what I do, it'll be a little bit easier to tie it. So take your tweezers right inside that loop and right on top of that knot. Make sure it is tight. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on top of this knot because we do want to make sure that it is secure. Because this is a knot that's holding everything together. So we don't want it to slip and come undone. So I would rather use a little bit of glue and have it stay than not use the glue and have my stuff come apart. Now to the other side, we're going to take a jump ring. And I'm going to add a chain. So just a little bit of an extension chain. Okay, so now we're going to take this and feed the cord through. And go ahead and make your loop and make sure your jump ring is inside that loop. Going to take my tweezers right on top of that last bead. And pull my knot down. and do it one more time. This is so pretty. I love all these colors. Okay. Well, that is really cute. Really like this. It definitely looks wild with our animal print and our bright and bold beads. Isn't that really, really cute? Super cute. I think I'm gonna get rid of these. Let me take my lighter. You know, you take your lighter to make sure. See, that'll melt that down. So then this plastic becomes really hard. So then your stuff is not going to come apart. Super cute. Okay, so we're going to make a quick pair of earrings to go along with our necklace. Okay, so for the earrings, I'm going to use this wood ring. And this one came from Curated Bead Box. It was one of them. I'm not sure which one. So, yeah. My rose garden, I think. So that was from last year, like May or June. So that's what this came from. If you don't have this, you can always use a wood ring like this, one that came from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to use this. And then I am going to use some of my fabric scraps. And then also we will use our gold wire and then some of the beads. So basically that's all we're going to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and feed my scraps through my loop, just like we did with the necklace. So we're going to make a little tassel with this. I think I'll probably put about four strips. I think will be good. Now, obviously, the earrings are not going to be this long. We are going to cut it down. But it's better to go ahead and make them first and then cut them down when we're done. So that way we know exactly you know, how long we want it. Okay, make sure make sure your fabric is placed where you want it, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap a piece of wire around here. Go ahead and cut a nice piece of wire. Doesn't have to be that long. You just want to be able to wrap it a couple of times. So a couple of inches, probably about 3 inches. Make sure your fabric is smoothed down, and then we're going to coil the end. And then just place your wire underneath the ring and just start to wrap. Now again, I'm not doing a neat wrap. Now, you know, someone may get on here and, you know, leave a comment, oh, I wouldn't have done it that way. Well, you know, you do it the way you want to. Just like I tell you, I just give you inspiration. So if you don't like the way I do it, you don't like it messy, do it neat. Use whatever bead you want to. Use what colors you want to. I mean, don't leave me a comment saying, oh, I would do. I mean, I welcome suggestions, yes. But don't say I would have done it that way or, you know, what have you. I mean, you could do it however you want to. I do it the way that I like. My style, which is a beachy, boho, shabby, random. That's what I like. I want you to do it how you want to do it. I know not my style is not for everybody. I know that. I mean, there's some jewelry making that it's not for me. Not that it's wrong. It's not for me. It's not the kind of style I would do. So, to each his own. Make sure everything is down and there's no sharp edges. And now I'm just going to take my wire and cut a piece, a couple of inches. We're going to just make a little bead dangle from our earring, so not too long. I mean, you see I'm getting low on my wire here. So I don't want to use it all up for one pair of earrings. Now again, I'm just going to form a little coil at the bottom here. And that's so we can put on our beads so our beads won't roll off. I mean, I could use a head pin, an eye pin, but I don't want to. I just want to use this because this is easier for one to wrap and all that. So I'm just going to use this. Okay, now we're going to take some of our beads. And again, I have no specific pattern or color that I want to use. No, and then both of my earrings may not exactly be the same. So my little dangle here may not be the same on both of them, and that is completely fine with me. Well, Let's put another gold. And then we'll put this. Okay, so just like that. Nothing too extreme. And then we're going to wire wrap this. Okay, so I'm just going to bend this down and then fold this over the top and then take my pliers out and stick it back in with the bottom on the loop now. Oopsie. And then just wrap this around well. Okay. So just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take one of my jump rings. Okay, I'm going to attach my jump ring to this little loop that we made. The little spiral loop. Almost, Blakey. Talking to my cat. He's getting ready for dinner now. It ain't 4 o'clock yet. He has to wait till at least 4 o'clock. Okay, so I'm taking my jump ring and putting it through the little loop that we made right in the front here. And then I'm going to take my little dangle and attach that. And then I'm going to hurry up and close this before it falls off. So like that. That's cute. And now we're done. Just kidding. The earring is not going to be that long, obviously. Okay. Let me take an ear wire. Okay, and I'm taking a larger jump ring because we're going to attach it to this piece here to attach our ear wire. And a teeny tiny jump ring. So we can attach the large one to the top of the loop here and then close that. Make sure it's closed good. And then take my ear wire and just bend this up slightly, just like that. And then attach this to the teeny jump ring. That's the wrong way. That. And then bend this back into place. Like that. Make sure it's closed. And then we have this. So we have our earring, which is super long. So we're going to trim that. Cute. Okay, guys, well, here is our finished pair of earrings. I think they turned out really, really cute, and they look really good with our necklace. I absolutely love how this set came out. It's bold, playful, and such a reminder that sometimes you just have to trust the process. Let me know in the comments if you'd wear leopard print with bold, bright beads. And let me know if you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for more beading fun. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.